Good morning, friends. Welcome to our lecture series for the BSc first year for the paper of diversity cryptograms. In this paper, we are going through the aspect of algae. With regards to algae, we have gone through the classification, general characters of alga, reproductions, and today we'll be going to observe the thallus structure. Whereas we know that alga are the unicellular as well as the multicellular. In the case of unicellular, single celled, whereas in the case of multicellular, algae has multi-cells alga. While looking at this flowchart, focus on it. The thallus structure has been divided into two types that I spoke, unicellular as well as the multicellular. On the aspect of motility or mobility, unicellular alga are differentiated into two types on the basis of motile and non-motile. Now, what do you mean by motile and non-motile? Motile means it can move from one place to other. That doesn't seems to be stationary. Whereas on the other hand, we see that the non-motile means it is stationary, it doesn't move from one place to another. No movement has been occur in the non-motile. Which are those? Chlamydomonas as a motile alga and chlorella as a non-motile alga. Now look out towards the multicellular algae. Non-motile colony and motile colony. Now, most of the alga had a habit of to assemble in a colony. A colony is seen and number of individuals are attached in that specific colony, and the colony itself seems to be a single member. And that colony is to be moved from one place to another. This is the basic of the colony, that is motile colony. While talking about the non-motile colony, alga though remains in colonial or colonizations are seen, but they do not move. That remains stationary. When we talk about the motile colony, alga known as volvax and non-motile as a pediastrum colony. In next slides, you may see the pictures of what about the motile as well as the non-motile colony. Now look towards the amorphous colony and dendroid colony. Next to that, filamentous, heterotrichous. What is filamentous? Filamentous seems to be a thread-like structure of the alga. Those are unbranched, simple. Sometimes seems to be pseudo-branched. Some minor branches occurs from the main stem-like structure. Unicellular, as I spoke, are made up of two types. Motile, that is flagellated. With the help of flagella, it moves from one place to another. And when the number of flagella increase, then we call it as uniflagella or multiflagellate alga. Here are few examples of flagella having algae of one flagellum, two flagella, and many more. Euglena, Chlamydomonas, Botrydopsis, Peridium, Carteria, and Pachylomonas. Look at this. Euglena is having one flagellum, two flagella is of Chlamydomonas, and many more. Peridium is having two flagella. Arises from transverse furrow and encircles the cell. This is the arrangement of flagella which covers the cell. Tricholoris, 3 flagella. Carteria, 4. Cholestra, 5. Pachylomonas, 6. As the number of flagella increases. Amoeboid forms or periplast or naked forms. What are these? No true wall has been observed. Shape of the cell is flexible. Cell wall is somewhat absent, and that is why the cell seems to be flexible. Flexibility occurs in the cells of the alga. Which one are those? Heterochloris mutalis. Next to amoeboid forms, that is rhizopodial forms. Rhizopodial. Motile cells, after shedding their flagella, long develop delicate cytoplasmic process called rhizopodium in the alga known as the cyanura. Encapsulated forms, colorless forms, and so on. See, you can see the number of flagella attached in this figure or photoplates. There are 6 photos of the alga: Euglena, Chlamydomonas, Heterochloris, Carteria, Cyanura, and Phacotos. In case of Euglena, you see a thread-like structure which is curved and moved towards the cell. Whereas in Chlamydomonas, the flagella are curved at the apical position, bended somewhat. In heterochlorosis, there are 3. Carteria, you can see many more such type of flagellar arrangement. Non-flagellated or coccoid forms. When it is unicellular, non-flagellated, then they are called to be coccoid forms. Like in bacteria, we call the single cell as the cocci. Here you can call it as coccoid forms. Cells are more or less round and bounded by rigid cell wall. In Chlorococcus or Chlorella, the cell may be enclosed by sculptured calcareous scales called coccolith. So this is again in unicellular alga, the arrangement of the flagella. On that basis, some terms and flexibility in the cell shapes of alga has been seen. Spindle shape of the cell in Clostridium is been observed. Most of the time we have been heard about the spirulina. Cell is elongated and spirally coiled in the case of spirulina. See in these next photographs, Chlorella, Chlorococcus, Clostridium and spirulum. So friends, the photographs or the presentation which is shown in this video or lecture which is presented in this lecture, it is taken from the slideshare.com or slideshare.net. I am thankful for that. This work is not mine. I don't have any claim on this work. For the purpose of showing or as a reference, it has been taken. So we don't have any claim on this. It is just for the reference purpose. Next, with these friends, there are few examples which can be studied in the range of the thallus. But for today, we stop here, and in next lecture, we will be going thoroughly and different types of the thallus structure, how it seems, flagellated, colonial, non-colonial, motile, non-motile, and different examples or species of the alga. So till then, thank you very much.